the echo so or my say MPP 2 number year. Yakopa Adama 2028 sebetimi awini election.
Okay.
Esanse ohwe the John Mahama mampanyi eya otimi se nima nkoye. Ye ka che Ghana for say John Mahama ye nim nsano adwuma. Ye nim adwuma oye from 2009 na oye vice president. Obaye caretaker president around October or so. No, May September. So around that time, so for some few months, Obaye Omanpenny ne more demo answani. In fact, Makase Omanpenny John Mahama Oye the worst president in the history of Ghana. Now what's happening? It will be even worse. And that's what we are seeing.
One number.
Me say the no say the second coming no be worse than the first coming no, because we are cost no menu or being can't say because you see also a mob no money adwuma nye menu na atete say the time and yenya kobia from unemployed graduate students Association of Ghana. The time me kase me be on bisano about job creation for the youth, especially graduates. So the magicians okay. So John Mahama Omanpenny couldn't create jobs. Doom so obono dia na doom so. It sumu almost 4 years. The now all bano. Them say it's going to be worse. So and the records are there for all of us to see. A quiet home summer, he didn't do much. So for me, I was convinced. Say, oh, mamba ye be different and farmer or my economy. Obi I went to me and create jobs between 2012 and 2016. This time can it create jobs? That time now 4 years or 10 years, but me another 4 years. Now I feel only 4 years. No, me do things about make the jobs. No, can say chairman. Apart from government sector, recruiting the back private sector, then I'm Papa Zero about parliament during the state of the nation address. Was say Abana create a Juma 1 million.
1 million jobs.
Meanwhile, now Ghana Statistical Service, I can tell you 230,000 people now on my employer, and these are for the public sector. The man cannot create jobs. The private sector is dead now. Because see, the government sector and company into me absorb among paid money.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You cannot do that. So also with me expanding the private sector. Now go for 2016 year campaign. You will say it must some home adding. And over Kaya, every intervention now you roll it out no equity jobs. You won't say you must some why they no. In our manifesto, we talk about 1D, 1F, so Kaya.
Yeah.
The idea was over to stimulate growth in the economy. Meaning also to strong industrial base. And that means you need to get factories. We have factories now. A bit more now, said the other who sit to no my crano, so it made at in the country, no, but make quality jobs. That was the plan. By any say, this intervention a long term because everything so but maybe 1 year, 2 years at me. At me, I have factories. But I mean, before say we did about 200 of them.
1D1F.
Yes, I created over 150,000 jobs for Ghanaians. Make I MP for quite my first time in Parliament. The first person, Bisa, the then Minister for Food Agriculture, Alan Koloche Martin, question about the 1D1F. Sena ya establishing, Sena ya establishing, and a sense now it might create in terms of jobs. They came to tell us about 2 of them, about 150,000 jobs created. And to Uncle Sanka John will say, "Man, Penny Mahama was Sabano. They are not confident to talk about Mayano or Sang Ankaida or Shemukina. You want to create more factories." That was having its focus.
No one expand the private sector. No.
That's it. Obaye. 1D1F what collapse no. Also untimi establish a factory with from so how can they get jobs to do? So that is why recruitment they see a works possible nipa says efrimu because they want government jobs. Sanka what me abwama private sector no at me what me bia some of them would have even gone there.
Yeah.
So for me no they are cost no. Emiya esan say and this is for almost disabled youth no in terms of education.
But and your early days.
No, I mean you're 50 months. There's no framework, no plan. 24-hour economy now no. What is the blueprint? For me, no, it is even wasting our resources. Why authority? And you are paying people. I want to make my concrete plans, and this is a concept they can't even explain it. My art, my establish authority, no. Good and others are doing salary every month. Yes, sir. 15 months down the line, no, there's no plan, no, nothing. I just say they will do something meaningful. Me look at the and then on my idea, just say they can do this 24-hour economy. But nothing.
Mampaini and I'm grown cruise with this also from some mobile market.
24-hour market. It is one of the. I have to be careful about the words I'll use. Mentasi 24-hour economy market. Ebe dang. Eba tube. 24-hour economy market. Ebe dang. How can you create jobs for the people? Me the entire sumo. Mentasi. Me say the policies. John Mahama and to no. Don't do an entire sumo. And quite the a dear partner babaye. Bisomo say, Scana must spend it for this. And Okono Omo fa. A dear na aye. That policy no not about Chivu den. On my uncle. On no don't campaign or say on my uncle Kono. Now amount to Kosia. Now Udibi. Now Tombi. Bisamo say. And Okono coach no. Send now to Kosia. One will say, and one of program no. And Kosia and Okonato no. Our moton. Everywhere. They consume them. Waste of taxpayers' money. I'm telling you, yeah. Me say I'm more deep thinking. And I Buzia can in 1972 or 71 say your mouth to me. Say be do man you must think deeply. The NDC government is not thinking deeply. I'm telling you. Because this the thing they did. Big interventions. Right? The free senior school program was huge. The 1D1F was huge. The ambulance for every constituency was huge. Ghana card was huge. The dual delivery system was huge. In fact, private food and jobs was huge. I did be jobs. All the interventions because Nakufa Dr. Bamani and the cabinet and the party they thought deeply. The end is for some more. Never compare the Nakufa Dr. Bamani and BPA. The gap is huge. That shows a difference. So you see, and some more can they don't and some more two and omonya to me no. They are overwhelmed. They cannot perform. Cannot deliver. That is what is happening in this country. That is the problem. So, my penny and I say, oh, boo, my am. And no more be would they go a criminal, would they go from no? And no man or say Timmy Boama in Puntoba.
Yeah.
What the NDC is doing. Then they did Puntoba. Mobile network delivery in this country is so poor now. Receptions are so poor. You can't even get reliable connectivity in this country. What are you talking about? So Papa na ba say economy no or say on mine no. Also make can say before so be free soon. No, why the worst president in the annals of the history of Ghana. Dr. Bamia to his ingenuity on Nekufado. Introduce the mobile network interoperability. First no. ultimately send this car from one network to other. It was not happening. Unless the same mobile network provider. But to the Bamia and the Mampani Akufo-Addo, now across all networks, from your bank account to your
wallet.
Yes, to your wallet, and the wallet vice versa. This is what we did for Ghanaians, and this intervention, created more jobs for the people. Now you see the vendors everywhere. That's it. That is what governance is about. Governance is solve problem. I'm painting. And my penny call Akosombo. Now, in fact, me who dream me. So my penny to make be na no etimi catch Ghana for say control system na was an act of God. How can my penny be na no ekasa? Meanwhile, our minister for energy and green transition was setting a committee to look into it. Gridco boss Waba also on Tansi investigation. Now my penny Abe catch Ghana for say it was an act of God. Was say me say my penny was say investigation was say no. Because what change the Kofabaye Abra Union who report from the committee. I mean, out of God is like a natural disaster, could be an earthquake or something. But it is wrong. Committee known for report Maye. What conclude? What Maye the cause? It is wrong, and it's all also can say. A opportunity akonya say ebesisi ara de mampani sabra biem so mampani ka che say oya mampani no ono de wantran se anwe say gridco facility no obetimi amodnaze no na otwen amajato mansa aba and is our president na omano ebetimi akonima na and mampani John Mahama. We are in big trouble.
Okay.
Meaning we are in a big hole.
Right. Where do you Juma? I feel no abeke ho aye ne kwada so mra shebedwani Professor Kingsley Nyarko na 18 komo ene enwe we member of energy committee I wo man emra shebedwafi yamfa dumso no enhyase Asante bantam ti sen kwada so ti sen dumso koso and excuses are omodi aba say grid ko shi ye nti a ye kodumso mu and again transformers bi no mo ho aye older SETimi a repair and ka ho bia ye ko dumso no wo energy committee so wo man mrashe bjafi and no ye excuse SED ye ko dumso
no menwa asoma ka no kwa bia ni anya transformer ye bia mete transformer bibia anye no it is there I was still na no power supply no and stable. In fact since January and yenya this issue no omo no can baby piece from so and I'm for be to say what I said me say ye hande ye did a 2 million Emma John Mahama ne NDC no na ni dum so mu ne ni in fact I'm penny John Mahama during the campaign no campo eka say I think there was a program somewhere I don't know campo eka say yet me ma kanya no ejina so at the expense of say at the expense of heal debts. So penina kasa jatum said na kufa not about mere time no can we had relative power supply. You know that doesn't mean say yeah issues, but for the 8 years no any supply was relatively stable. John Mahama mampeni wajatum, and that is a fact. 7 January mampeni a swine our Independence Square no. Now Ghana was not in Dumso. And that's a fact. Now when you're to me. I yentueska Yama force this 50 pesos on a gallon of fuel so that you the erratic power supply dum so na o ka che
yeah
e ma me ka say Mahama Yarega majority leader parliament o si yentua wan si di pe o ka ya o si wan si di pe na dum so no be there if o say ka che say me ka say na good morning Ghana one morning many one MP Sanrigu or so Isa say that increase of a cedi on a liter of fuel no and increase price at the pumps masa asema na meka na answer na moto no say na moto no your choice is kawe so still menua kana na nyina so to skara mo je no mo je dey den na ku for the time did we do that and ke okuna say with my den ayesa obe anye you've done all this masa increase electricity tariffs by over 30%. And so still, you have issues there. A chemi say there's something wrong. A momono and then koyi. Ideas are omuhia to govern anyhow. And now after forcing your interview no. Appointment committee or parliament. Or so on there onim kwan fa so aye den you raise revenue. Tell no catch. But as we speak now, I to force it raise revenue. Taxes and now impose and increase tariffs. That's what they are doing. Obi also bet me raise revenue no. As we speak now, what mean yet? Minya Nyarko nearby. So the bottom line says kana mo dey no. One cedi on a liter of fuel no. Minya it was to support the budget.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
And to make the
oh, Massa, me say to support the budget. And Obi I will say, me say some of their policies, policy interventions, no, me do they don't make economic sense one bit.
So, honorable, say your transformers and any grid crash here. A day in a beba, you be could do so way.
In this country, you will install capacity of over 5,200 megawatts.
Okay.
I think say your peak demand no
it's around 4,300
or so.
Yeah.
That's it. The major issue no when you are financial. I say because say Mahama during campaign no or say you man can no deny so at the expense of you debt. You know if you say omo debt to the tune of about $12.5 billion or so. Or $2.5 billion or so.
2016.
When they were living. But the same debt now, no. That's the same as you the same debt now in Jato. Meanwhile, you have to make people the lights on. The lights were relatively on. So, it's Kase, almost the independent power police car to a tune of about $500 million. And now, I'm more important. Crude oil.
Yeah.
I mean the power the thermal plants no. Meaning about $200 million. So together it's about $700 million. That's what we know now.
NDC car, yeah, they be pump, yeah, they be to crude na pump a power plants in the thermal plants in
a major factor. A major factor. I also admit say ECG and Netco almost more problems. So in terms of losses, in fact, 2023, IMF and the government sat down. Say, come on, you bet me I resolve a bit more stable, more enduring energy sector. I'm going to develop a framework, energy sector recovery program. And there were three main components. One, financial viability or stability. So that be bet me a ska ama energy sector at Majani now so. So the second component I said it me I improve upon technical and commercial efficiencies. Okay, because of the losses no. How do we improve upon them? You better minimize these operational deficiencies no. That is technical and commercial losses no. And at the debt overhang no. How do we deal with it? Three. And it's a mobile no. They've not even done anything about it. ECG and Netco, you had a meeting several times. ECG and Netco together, Almost technical and commercial lawyers no about 60%. Netco about 30%. Usage more the same because omunye efficient about how I said that just in fact you call last year we call Tamale Netco. The MD told us say in come the scar power man for consumer call the scar na a man for say mom you for boom. So the issues might be solved. John Jinapo na oye ranking for the committee no. Or say he knows the problems. Or say these are some of the issues, inefficiencies by ECG and all that. So Unima fix here. Yeah, two man say, oh say these are the issues about resolve. And the amount still no the issues are there. You turn around to blame whom. So the energy issue no is self-inflicted. The NDC is not doing much about it because John Mahama there about doom so there on any back. Now we have visited to 2015 or 14 or cover be either Kenya or Uganda. Besides not about doom so say because we are using more mobile phones. If you are using more mobile phones, the question is produce the energy and we will pay mobile now.
Of course,
that's it. So we'll be using more mobile phones on there and now what's them. Or consumer by there. But I know. I say, but one of my friends, when it's don't call. I would say now, high-rise buildings are Dawson. Man for you so AC no. Ninya can't win a But if you know, say this is the issue. Deeper no also on Tiana.
Now even see our excess capacity.
No, the point is that deeper no what the battle consumer by there. I bet you. So there's excuses. Ya nyintum ina ku fanda about met me boy ma 8 years no etimi gen na so at the heat of global external shocks minua mana ye ko mu war cause Russia and Ukraine dey mane bre yen ye kan si ai mo si Russia Ukraine anya no a COVID-19 mo rabeshe ye but na saying ono mo kasa omo si that's the only kasa. After the Omoka US, Israel, Iran now. I'm Sunday, Russia, Canada account. But first, no, normal say account. These are the issues. So, Mahama, am I a leadership? Or check a quiet before so I deal with this issue.
You're lucky leadership of Ghana under NDC.
No, I'm paying Mahama until they're going on. I did honestly. All the sectors of the economy, check it. They're not active now. Check the sectors. Industry, industry, bet me accuracy more jobs no. Or by the bedrock of the economic program no. A 24-hour economy. As we speak no, yehu niti ehu the nine yehu. So, oh yes sir, you are burdening the economy. I almost say a dollar swat in the other day. And I'm if you say dollar minimum. About for ma a benefiting for a benefiting importers.
Yeah.
Nowadays no omuko import to bar do port on my issues or bar.
Yeah.
So we encourage import. We see we currency no are stronger. Meanwhile no amode enoma efri omemhwa ekwa bonten exporters no they struggle, they suffer. One reason here cocoa board struggle you know. One reason because operation now yeah no. Dollar now o didi aduma no. O say no higher than about from a now against who see no. So the money is now obenya from the exportation of cocoa no. Our former meba and of so powerful. The chairperson of cocoa board Eka say see no enya holding against
dollar no.
Yes no. Eka ho and omo revenue no I had about from. Oh yeah policy Ebeboa Asamboa B. Now the local manufacturers they are struggling. There's farmers, other industry players in the country. They are suffering. And what can I say? Dollar about from. Dollar about from no. What the benefit no? Upon all this, no. Look at the losses Bank of Ghana is making. Last year, about 16 point something billion cedis. When we did 9 billion, they were crying wolf everywhere. All this happening. So the fundamentals, as we speak right now, no, of the economy, no, meaning nothing is working.
Okay. Quickly, what the BOG the abami majority no say the BOG losses no 19 billion no and the be hadring because any can who be a the economy no to me strong.
No, economy is strong now. I mean, is this economy strong? Economy is strong no economy etimi ema blue juma. Economy is strong no etima ema bunu ejuma ye. Economy is strong no etima okanya ejina so. You make what say?
Me too, pa.
That is what we mean by a strong economy. Economy bibia enkoso no. What make I say economy a strong economy? So it is not true. It's not true. Said the economy of Ghana as we speak right now, no, a strong or robust economy. It's never true. Then ekoso teacher for or say your form number your juma. Untimi en recruitiomo. Nurses untimi en recruitiomo. Was economy strong. 2025 wage was increased by about 11% or so. That one couple Mahama had to go there and beg labor. Economy is strong. This year, who expect to say I can be increasing more than that? Could they do that? So the economy is not strong.
But critic Becker said inflation had dropped it to 3.2, about 3.2% dollar to CD. And also the indicators such as economy be strong.
Minya, there should be a positive correlation between the economy. So, say inflation above form. Now it's about 3.2%.
3.2%.
So you are now saying, say, a normal Bobekosra, it should be within that margin.
Yes.
That's what it means. But go to the market and see, say, is that what you are saying? So on the books, fine. But in reality, it's not the case. Could be some market women. So almost feeling the impact of the inflation on their goods and services and also in their pocket. They are not. Workers are not experiencing that. So we want to see, genuineness in all these indicators.
Artificial indicators.
For me, no, I hold that view. Say the economy, it doesn't make economic sense to me, honestly, because say inflation from currency growth is also doing well. Then you expect say the standard of living of the people must also move along the same trend.
Yeah.
But that is not what we are seeing. Now, Okoto power. So first, now you use 2,000 cities. 2024, now you use 2,000 cities at the Koto electricity. It will fear. As you speak now, about double by 100%.
But with the same appliances are now.
Yes. And I'm not making I'm not for any me fear me team. I also experienced that. Otoya Ziana na. So your person this economic indicators no reflecting on us. But we don't see these things are affecting positively. So what can me say economy is doing well. Even the NDC, John Mahama, he knows himself. I know some NDC guys out. They know say and man koye, and it's because of the leader. Because no motivation. I don't know. On Sanko, on secret re-election. It's a 15 months old. I can't club na year 9 and deal. Almost at all internal elections. I'm not starting na my penny Mahama will become a lame president. Because I'm not for the pen the position, and he cannot stop them. Campaign because so you'll be distracted. Yes, I say. So effectively, no, Mampani Mahama were 1 year to govern. Now they're more way there, but I'm telling you, Minya, no Kufado. Ghana for Maccabi so many times. Ghana for 1 day, say no Kufado, Bejobo. Me see in the midst of difficulties, Papa no Chinayan, and Mampani Mahama, share. Akosombo ye see. See last week Thursday, me boy. 23rd of April. Okoda ben.
And then I'm who say wako.
1 week, 7 days. What I feel na oko. Obi say nya no. Enyana such a national asset. Kokoya and kokoya che. Ana obet me addressing e okoya na okoya o say out of God. A out of God. Out of God. How can you say such a thing? My penny Mr. Oh. Me quack is not coming casao. Oh, yes, scientists are. Asemsia.
Out of God.
Oh, shame. Oh, shame we say out of God. But what me my conclusion. Abla on admanu we whether the black is not some bien.
Right.
You know what I mean? So me no economy no. I think I'm question I will be beside me cramp. I'm your son pa. Minya. Boss the first time. Akwaba. In the mambo ye kui pa. Ba. Me kan cry. I did kui here. Mama say what was the kui. Me say I know NDC guys who are crying day in and day out. I'm not good for those. 2017 now, you started say you one administration. Ghanaians, they felt governance. Those periods, between 2017, from 2017, 2018, 19, we did our best for. In fact, we did major things. COVID though, and the bed delay, Akufado's plans and all that. Teacher for workers, teacher for 10 close to a year, everybody was paid. Most workers, lockdown period, people were supported. Our cocoa some buyer, cocoa bought, farmers buyer went to me and saw mercy. But Nakufado, he did all these things. So, for me, John Mahama coming was a mistake, but and I know say 2028 no. Ghana for by that time, not Ghana for who difference no. Say abaya or buy there be introduce you even though a Juma no and not son there, but the Juma buy. You introduce first near high school and double track a buy. Meanwhile, it mean recruitment of over 100,000. And people rubbish double track, Ghana Emia. Double track, you rubbish it over facilities. Why increase enrollment? Why increase assets? Access to a month for input. I'm going to take Kobiase. Anka man mean that some call Chimota, or West Girls, Pempo Pokwa, Miami School, Makodia. Oman Nian that's so much made Ako. Through this beautiful policy, one opportunity there. Ako. Now, no facilities. Yes, sir. In your dream, saying this idea, young Pekko be near Faso. Said the Baya, Omabano, Ibina. This particular time, we saw by the particular time. These guys were best. Forget to say the same facilities and Nayading, and I am quite better than Ebe Yusu. Machado in West of Ghana for 8 years. Machado were other tertiary coaching institutions. Okay, West of Ghana and other institutions at the tertiary level now. Apart from regular programs, no. It be a evening programs,
yeah.
It be a weekend program, it be a sandwich, it be a modular. They are using the same facilities,
yeah.
So what is wrong with double track? Now, if you actually speak up, we don't even have double track. We have transitional calendar. Some schools are on single track. The Amaka double track now are by because many one minya at the way. You per se call these renowned schools. And their infrastructure no a burden.
Yeah.
So what we decided to do is say you got J loans, you get a loan of about $1.5 billion. I improve upon them. So what I got one issue what can I say was about the new BC. Okay, so you do I'll have time for that. So me money be. Oko every district National Identification Authority. 261 districts no obi obi. Every district be a National Identification Authority office so say office no efa nipa 10 company multiply 10 by 261. Because be our ambulance. The ambulance be a funny nipa 5 into omeka. That's it. 1D1F equity jobs. Part of food and jobs, created jobs. They don't do the system. Oman involved, no. Meanwhile, they got jobs to do. I go for a vehicle, automobile assembly plants will be now ever people are working there. You buy now at Masamaya, they know at least 100,000 of our youth. NAPCO, they were paid every month. Thinking government. Yeah. Before I said NAPCO, if it's out now, about 40,000 of them now yet me are absorbed into other sectors of the economy. These are things NAPCO done Dr. Bamian did. A lot of them. Double track also brought additional workers onto the government role. Payroll. So, but Chairman, dear Mampani Mahama, why introduce our equity jobs? Give me one. I mean, apart from 24-hour economy.
But it's a tricycle, the abbey, a farm for Dumana. Abubuyano.
Ghana. I mean, I say, we be on my doing. We made me say, oh my Ghana. Coming home, my Ghana. You were me in the 80s and 90s. No, Ghana those times and Ghana now no difference. In this day and age, we need to leapfrog our development.
Okay.
We must do big things. What does it? You say you're intentional about our development and progress. But Mahama, ni NDC, honestly, that deep thinking, it been what's our. And come on, say baby, I was out of God. And come on, say, and come finding some creative way to deal with the issue. Say opportunity. Say ya konya say obesisi abba. So it means say anka one koshia mampani a new team say if even there were issues there anka onya hwehwe. Is that what you are telling Ghanaians? Is that what? I'm convinced. Dr. Bamia. Me say I'm convinced pa Nyarko pa aduma. Ghana for. Ghanaians will not compare effectively because and the man is if here in opposition no na want me yet. The NDC is a working contradiction. And I'm telling you that Ghanaians have become aware. They've seen the lies. They don't want to create impression. Say, I'm there. Magic wand. To me be buy Ghana will become heaven. Ghana amaye was Ghana heaven at that time. My IMF programs okay.
Yes.
But when we came, you try to say you're very good to help the economy. Great impression. So come on, Ghana man, not Ghana heaven there, and I can't say Yaka. There were issues. Before we won power in 2017, the former government in 2017, there were issues in our schools. Even chalk, now edema some schools. I'm now do meals, so kaya, instant region, school be yes. By a year, Fisner High School. Omo lambasted Fisner High School, sa. As you say, about the bonnet. Meanwhile, Omo baby now, Omo enjoy Fisner High School.
Yeah.
They benefited. Omo condemn adeno. And then Nyanya Dade. Hey! Fisner High School. Ama akwabia na ade so be baby. This guy, Fisner High School, et me Pasaa. when you scholarship echo school UK. Most children started Finsner High School in 2017. Maybe not. Some of them are medical doctors. Some of them are engineers. And you rubbish it. I mean, the system now introduced in the developing country are in issues. In fact, even in advanced countries, you have issues with any program you implement.
Yeah,
so that's it.
Are you?
At the Omokot C University, UHAS, no Omoko UHAS, no Omoko Nabi okay. There were issues there. Go to UHAS right now. Jakufado, there were year or UHAS or Peja UHAS. You know, I'm starting on Sansanet. But these guys, Emma Finsner High School, every year, mobile. But the thinking and it go through. Minya may say that program no. Not money waste of Ghana. Nam sound Mr. So help the those times no. Me I saw policy documents
of the
research. 2 different proposals. Bakon was say yenye for the entire levels. So senior high school 1, 2, and 3. The second option was say yen started with the option of the form 1s. So we went for everything was planned. Before say Napomo Ebeno, Namafa plan at all. But the NDC I can tell you that and one more no single plan. And what say oh plan and because it cannot help the economy. A burden on the taxpayer. I'm telling you. Yes, damn ye catch almost say 24-hour economy no blueprint and kind. They didn't even know what they were talking about. This is a government. This when you buy a come once more. Nothing is intentional. Nothing is planned. I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm concluding. Only say, yeah, Finsner High School. No matter say, I dare free behind ye. Meba. Everything free. But pay 2 minutes. Yeah, you finish kind near planning. And we knew how you're going to go about it. I'm saying I'm also anchor free nibi. And a free scientific parts. And another
free in cocoa.
Free in cocoa. Almost say a university, a tertiary institutions no. First year no. I'm from a stress free fee policy. Meanwhile no. Tama. Almost stress kalama and kolano. Now they have gone to the stress because next time kwano school no mutiayo. Stress can be my bino abra. Go to stress. I can what saying that. Next, the purpose now will come myself. No, some person kind of it couldn't even achieve its purpose because you should have made the monies available to them before. But one thing I know, they've gone to get their own monies. Cause Bobo Siamba, I call stress man. Or say stress. I mean, what kind of policy is this? Say senior high school no. A free internet issues. You just told me say there were some issues. What I say? I feel the old buyout was the first year for chums come on. 2025 budget it was about 578 million cedis. This year, either the same or some marginal increase. Me, I'm not against that policy. What I say, but who you be a when we say senior high school our issue. That's canon. What I say. But me then improve upon the Finsner High School. So when you have fiscal space, then you do that. I dare will see our issue. No, one opportunity. I now unresolved issue. No, but I'm going to create another layer of expenditure. So every year, also now roughly about 600 million cedis. So 4 years near saying 2.4 billion. That 2.4 billion. Bet me improve infrastructure. Ever Achimota, Prempeh College, or Pokuwawe, and other schools. So that the burden of Finsner High School, no, as why then, kakra. Now then, later no, we focus on others. I dare feel say, also I dare free behind you. Then you turn you turn around and doing the free days. It tells you that you are not consistent, you are not straightforward. And you can say a trust you because you do things for convenience. That is the NDC. That's why they are struggling. You see, almost struggle because of ensema omo kan ye. That's why they're struggling. Yeah, but 2020 when election no, you enchantro. I'm telling you, we meant well. Enchantro. You can't say be no. You buy the do na. Then I can't say be you buy a couple young tempted. You catch them saying go from catch them in 2008. So I'm buy one time insurance premium no. I'm anti me now me policy if you are seeing unte home match ya I don't my energy committee your still company me company thing was it Monday or Tuesday and was it I said 24-hour economy money as I say no on be almost there na anajo one hour better idea anajo 1 hour better idea and this is the government we have in this country 24-hour market quite as your market or and 24-hour marketer and I don't want na Kingsley Nyarko ma kok kwala so market kwakoto banchi anabody and you want to build another market to hold when there's a market there. So what policy is this? It's not called Doma or here can say I'm penny Mahama and I could for the see market my your market the ho now or start at the 111 Kaka no wait yesro ene den
bibi mai
aba obunebe na mampani udimika kokate sold for 24-hour market. How market? Come on.
Right, remember Chofin wa beke ho ha asase pa 107.3 asase 98.5 ewo Kumasi asase 100 of 3 wo Cape Coast Mining City Radio 89.5 for Takwa ensuayem Afiema Radio 103.3 wo Kofodia Strong 101.5 for Achimda Community 103.3 Achimda Yankee wo Sampa Abawa Radio ewo UK. Honorable Professor Kingsley Nyarko ye MP for Kwada so we a member of Energy Committee ewo mayim na so be fie former Deputy Education Minister no now yanko masuo mu kakra about a week or two ago and it is a chance for ye ka chance for a church for mpanyifo nkabumuku omo ye madwen se come shut down schools sa senior high schools no adi asem a no mo se aduane nko sika ne ho am be fidi enkra no as former Deputy Education Minister what ye net was saying kwan be na NPP for fast from the feeding kra no and a day na ba bibi asasa.
Oh, I mean, yeah, na yeah, well, you so fast talk more. Na yeah, well, month for now I'm provide journalism schools no. There was some issues. Because I did buy no, there'll be issues, but also pekwa be so bet my resolve. Then this is for oh, I'm about my dear scan on be share. Head myself on the show mun same. As I am okay. Because head teacher now also in that time a year a boy school no also on koto branch nobody. Mahama catch and can say also on the oba. Your mom is kind of koto punching. Me boy. A punching. Omo time the time na on no school no we are punching school. No we are punching school. Omo time na mamu F no. Na Ghana any no. Cause no me punching. So home punching. Can be show me same. So teachers may be na no kotoba mama. Almost say no, I don't know what I say. So bottom is say. Almost me with this car. That is the problem. I to first no catch say owo nimdi out me with this car no on to me. So a man issue. It's not about the Minister for Education. It's about education. It's somebody I know. He knows his job. What does he say? He means well. But the money must come from somewhere. Fees in high school. Yeah, time not fees in high school budget. Now I wonder the Minister of Education. But how to speak no, fees in high school budget no, it's not a good fund. It's not with the Minister of Education. So say I to force the name for them is almost with this scanner. So the scanner bar. So me I want to play with them say. And some na omo katia ye no. Ana baby no monum say enya no kre no. They must do they must do things that benefit and no more here they must give the food. Bottom line, because akwano one the dia won't miss you and you munya na maba. Akwano one the dia won't miss you and you. Yeah, time no now wo fees in high school. Teacher the company untimi enye additional classes at school ho. Because we nya birthday parents no. But go to the schools and ask them. Let us center classes here, classes there.
I'm charging crown.
Yes, go to some of the schools and ask. So, yeah, more fun. Somebody, no matter Monsieur Ade. Mess education ministry, especially finance. Only this canon, and the ministry. No matter me, and provide a journey, and my more fun. No matter me, the no manya pomodin and one day, I'm on Monsieur Ade. Because omona that be anyone ma o man be say the e be see omona so my boy met me atumpon akonanim but yeah time the onim the course so I mean you do our best at a point in time before covid before covid be high yon and it was sense no and my father not they were even eating eggs so kaya
yeah
at time they were even eating sardine me but for fina antoata na kofa we nyamba but the jetum in me say Ghana for on be compare notes yeah the Fisne high school eba no almost see enye o see enye they didn't believe in it omunya kometwam ba omu say Ghana for enti ase
sana hu ne so on person mutwa Fisne
me ka so person me say omunya
okay
yeah omunya but Ghana for entwem so they need to find a way of sustaining that program because Ababi etimi aye no 2017 2018 2019 2020 2021 22 23 24 8 years come on you should be able to do it so what me nya sa ba na ye no ma no kwan na onya tumi na onto aso na onye na nya ka behwe simple.
Right, so say the answer ya omudi abane say Abraham PP wo ho na kra no answer no betro BC no kra no was select schools. Enti resource ne mra no na e place ya kra no e de na ko ba bi a obekwa akoto ani school so. Now the omudi abane say akra no entro BC ni mie ma resource mra answer no was select school a opese woko. As former deputy education minister and no, I try saying na hunsun so what is saying.
I mean, yeah, me Contradictions school those times no, government primary school, Kumasi.
Okay.
I think saying Tameko school no, Uchusu school before results no, that has been the norm.
Yeah.
Now, me name a policy directional on bese omadeba, but really about minister no, or say a bit promotive fairness. Or say fairness, efficiency, and some other things. But this idea, no, 2023 or thereabout, it's a mechanic year. I'll do watch. Kofi Asare, he made that proposal. Made that proposal. But I mean, no, I knew Kofi Asare no, or say a name. So, as we speak now. Education committee. I used to be a member of the committee. I'm not a member of the committee now, but I'm a friend to the committee.
Okay.
But this new policy intervention, no, committee no compo no, matching. Yeah, I'm telling you, say
education committee.
Yeah. No. This policy no de no. But me enter and say, idea yenya implement no. Me ha rubbish. Maybe I make myself a good purpose, but I don't see how. That is why I always anchor yet here near chair about it. So my worry is that Akurano actually exams navy resource number when you 1 also Pachimota. Assume you say Achimota it make my fund 1,600. That's a nipa. Enya 111 no or mere 10,000 omunya some patch motor. How do you fix it? That is my worry. Because what say? Open say, introduce fairness. Akwano say, until akwano, every school no. Results the buy now who say when ya 1,1,9 no. Or say me patch mortar. Nipa 10,000. Omunya some up ho. En ko be see. That is my thinking. Because at the end of the day no, won't mean for me na. The same thing applies to say or bet to sue without knowing their results. So I don't know what they want to achieve. Say to curb protocol arrangement. I don't know how. And you know, for me no. Well, you wait now the benefit of the doubt. But the question I'm raising no, I think say also much your margin call. Most say and I bet me after one category A school, 2 B, not that can offer a. But me how very different from back on. So they need to convince us. Say I bet achieve ABC with a proper plan. And yes, sir, bit more chaotic.
Okay.
So my proper plan. How to implement it? No man church mu ya menua. Obi a ono onya 1 no. 9 no. No fact what na we say onya. The child will not be happy. Maybe you want to use the raw score. Because bit manya 1 or let's say English. Onya 90, bit manya 80. Do no nya 90 no raw score no say interval.
Yeah.
So ono bet me akọ na wa unya 80 no, even though so sunya 1 no obenya treatment. Maybe they will use that criterion. But also mama nipa etiase. You don't just say results no bar. You man 1 week to make the selection. So but you know I'm a progressive minded person. If you ask no your call your name. Since you bada se bit me aboan I'm a school nsem your bro mo atimi akonima me support it. But you need to convince us say then na oye no you benya ABC positive outcomes. Then we are game and we follow it. But one church must say na me name utimo pa I will ask let me questions on some channel. So me no obisamia this is what I would say about that policy. The Minister of Education that I know is an achiever. I mean, he means well. Once channel, but I hope say it works. But you better join. So that we are emphasis so bonibi emre yamofrano.
Right. Abani si wo fa cheche for 7,000 not for ababontin dia betu dwa said be backlog e wono eso pa.
About 30,000 classrooms need teachers.
The here teachers.
Yes. About 30,000 over classrooms say here teachers. You see over 7,000. It's so. And I say so. They should because yes sir every year biano you need teachers. I'm about out no. We can employ them. Then why I didn't now say your cost so na yetiomo I didn't ya. So untimi mfa kolana. Then there's no need to have the school. So I agree with that. 7,000. I'm gonna be a porter no and check na porter no come on my side. And I'm gonna on so at the first thing, and it goes back to the finance minister. All of some clearance. The Minister for Education will tell him say space near me here say I told first kanama obey. So it all goes down to the Minister for Finance. Ato yes so teacher for no, nurse for no. Omo here juma ko school ebi atena fie. Omako school. Recruit them.
Of more first can win the Triomuka.
Okay. Now if them that's one. So no catch say he know how to raise money. No catch such if you know how to raise money, raise the monies. So no catch So now say what can say is Kasembana. Because of Scanes at person he can't raise the money. And so Bujon the chair Mbana. And so now on my Majumaya day. The sector ministers and the heads most of them are complaining because monies are not being released. Yeah, energy one seven massa cash. What does say? Cash. Education. Teachers some teach cash.
But MPP wona mofa sen afibia. A teacher.
You know, I'm say na batches. Before say year ba no. Now backlog a good fear 15 batches. So 5 batches na good fear. It me I observe more. So you know year groups no. That was what we were doing. But I NDC. My calling album. Why do you do that? When him say even 1 year group upon the bed amount, then you added all of them. I didn't hear. Me name the rationale behind that. And I say almost certain mindset say be here. I'm targeting nipper be on my feet, so I'm call for I don't get it. I don't get it. So these are you come back to parliament. These are some of the issues. Your babies are finance minister, the education minister said you should come and explain them to us. But teacher for a more. You hear more. Because this year it was about so names are and they will have to be paid. And then you also say economy no it's not about dollar about for more. Sure. Say dollar about from the and the double maya. Mean you South Africa. To call them out. Currency no. Currency no. I was slow. Currency to the dollar no. I was slow. But still no. It is the leading economy on our continent. What I say? So it's not dollar ever form. And you say the critical sectors of the economy, service sector, the industry, agriculture, all strengthen, all stimulate, ultimately create jobs for the people. And that's do you know a bit hard dream? No, I'm doing a port, AI system. No, yeah. Look at the points are equitable. So I took for us and economy say it and about equity jobs. Or expanded the sectors. No, I'm first can't go. You want to see them implementing the 24-hour economy. No, they should implement it to create the jobs. The 133 normal canon. You want to see them. Mabuno Kotoba Mama become say the 130 was a game changer. Hey, what catch on say a Juma by a party never? Who will vote for you? I've read a more tomorrow. Yeah, okay, let me say, I'm not make a comment here. I not make a catch up some and make comment here. And the youth are struggling. Come on, I'm penny slow. Slow. Yet to one mount. Say be boa na ye ho high na ma Ghana intimentum empon ya ntoba ma say say dollar nkwa na emna from dollar no eba from no omo ye omo baby enuma e wa omo mu ha omo su you do something about it.
Right, yeah, illegal money na yenyawo e wo brain nti. Recently, na Pentecost of Penny Apostle Namicha Bible and Tinder two say Pentecost for the newness of Mobo a su I will assume, but to her stability levels no and swinging in I say, and one we are Kobo Sukurano, what the Yadia and the best sign Akofi. What can't some way free zones see you, Mary will see as original. So now I'm pumping paying for Bisaba on Tinder, I bet you just say Yen declare galamsey as public health emergency. Yeah, Drew, baby, AC declare no public health emergency.
I agree. Oh, see, galamsey. Now, sir, I'm last year. You meet PURC and some of the agencies under the energy ministry. So PURC was there. Ghana Water Company, ECG, NEPCO, they were there. I mean, sadly. Ghana Water Company, Minya, Nyarko Armoire, Middle Temple, no, Union Sono. Can you imagine say almost operating cost a cost through because of the high turbidity levels in our waters. Now we impact of galamsey number 7 amount asimi amika oyemuka be show in some of the river bodies no the maybe a fair no nephrometric turbidity units
to the ordinary Ghanaian.
NT you know who say measure water turbidity level. That is the unit of measure here. Said in sono I say what I say. And you can say a could in fact the NT nephrometric turbidity unit or say a year below 5 NTU 5.
Okay.
But in one particular community river in Sono, it was 15,000.
Hey,
I want to show it to you. 15,000. I want to get high, very high raw water turbidity at Odaso water treatment plant. 15,000 NTU. Look at it. 15,000.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, World Health Organization say below 5 for the water to be drinkable. Now 5, and this is 15,000. Sika, now what a company here, but must in Suwe, I drinkable no. Nina come what a company, and the health implication in this. Now saying, my penny say. Only say Ninko phone be a galamsey wakanchen.
Okay.
My penny John, the man Mahama. Uncle for now can almost wait for. Because what say, unim say, a movie ye, a wine and wine. Because all person of fighting galamsey. Now catcher say, unim say, Uncle for be bring them out. Unimomo, bring them out. Because that's Uncle Bessie. Yeah, look at the consequences in this country. MPP. You lost almost all the
mining
consequences are almost to galamsey. Almost all of them. It tells you say the MPP was fighting it. Because MPP was fighting it, galamsey yes no fought against the MPP. And most of these consequences were won by the NDC. So the NDC for year campaign say, they were doing it. And then you say sorry. You catch my penny Mahama say, oh shall your boss say, oh ba galamsey, you deal with it. You are doing nothing about it. Now the catcher say for this information. We don't need that information. Minya, me say we don't need that information. We need action. Oh catcher say unimomo no. Oh my information, me bwana. Do the needful. Bring those persons out. Punish them because you are not careful. Minya, a time will come. You say, you too few chroma. I say yes, sorry. Now for number one west of Ghana, jump among instigating lecturers. Me boy. Create impression say, Yanache. Meanwhile, they knew those who were doing it. Shame on them. Shame on this. And now the woman.
Mary Awusi.
Oh, it was too bad. I'm not saying the menu. You deal with the issues, no. But you don't attack the person. Because I'm penny, Mahama is incompetent. I'll give you reasons why. I don't need their time. But you dare. Osofo. Hey, say, listening into the gutter, sir. Now, you now or so oppose me. Now, chief of staff, Akwakusu. Now, we say chief of staff. Mamma now, no, or no, cocan, Nasem, no swing. Me no swing.
There be. Me who so was so baby.
One soon. Oba o se Ghana for face wan say ya. One soon. Ati your staff. Ona o kwakusoma no. When maka chen man pay mama ka chen ewo ne publish code of conduct na say wa be arrogant bia no you are out of the count. One can chen. And on no count on ko sun ye no. O ka ho man pay ka ho. And I'm call so we den e ko sun ye no. You are part of it. It is troubling. Julius, that my national disaster. You are not watching a free mu. But when I release information, my you know, never mind. Make I say, you are not air crash no. And inform a currency or my nene muta nipa 8 no. One a big news no, am I gonna for? Natural stuff. So on the catcher. Oswin. Made them into social as but what I want to say is that say will soon be soon. On soon. Am I economy no? Will soon be soon. On soon say galamsey or met me then a 2 year. On soon say dumsono e bejai. On soon say ye benyeska ede recruit teachers and nurses. What I say? On soon say mabubene dumaye. He should weep over these things. And no be a why and me among whom sem tell yourself. Because if you say Pentecost from those until you lose votes. That's why I mean my opinion can say a party called Mamone. One car. I was on your party. Yeah. Julius 60th birthday. On your party. No more sa abra aba you will do so mu. No more that holding a dear son daddy. And all this on my penny inconsistency. I'm telling you. What can you know be? What can you say? Well, when declare assets. Obesakio, my country.
No catch Ghana.
Tell no soon ya e be any clear among asset no. O 2 year one yet. I feel to say almost from sorry no on from to Mahama came. I mean you don't do that. You don't do that. So for me there, you must all fight. Me a background say my consistent. When NEP was in power, I was consistent. Me kasati you can check the internet and see that me I spoke against it. Because me you are there near J. I'm almost saying so no. Then I'm J sika sankwa na uhia. Unya sika nyina ya bet me abon. Usika what them nyina entimi san yare. So we are see away. Do be nyaka klabia obedi be atalia share be abeda. With my bank of 4. That should be enough. I always sensu to get all the monies. Now Oman Ghana, I say, is that what you want? Political actors are omoyesa. Or some more money who because umbenyanska at the expense of somebody's life. Omo timena me child my 18. That another Amansia East District. Minya me kotna Amansia West watreso. Na Omana no motino no me film no empatra. Minya omo ye no mo duanya de ade na me cover treso those areas watreso ko for that no ko nyina minya galamsey nko sitting and we look unconcerned. So my penny slow 5 days okobo tell ye you are doing 1 term and it's over. Demonstrate leadership. My Ghana phone who say only one penny you were able to get this thing done. Tama na ye fact no mo kuti ayen Nyarko ko boy am nene ye adwuma ewo Kumasi Ashanti Media de ale tonyo ben man ko bo ase say oh ye ba mo tu na pani Mahama e ka che say omo ya chop no ba omo amnesty wan kan chen
campaigns no
so na o ka we nya no o show mo crime o support omo o be come kampo na e bi kampo na omo campaign ko omo support omo be come kampo no so they know them but they cannot fight them. Company, the machinery of state is in your hands. Do something about galamsey me can't say unko for campo in unko for campo e ka ho omo ka ho a then na omo ka ho no what are you doing to them? So I'm happy about the churches. Let us fight this. Sovereignty resides in the people. Or man on 2 million area. Yeah, the politicians. We must tell them how to do. I'm telling you, we must tell them how to do.
And yet you
say you need to fight this. One fight here, get rid of them. To a legitimate way. Let's say you tell law in your own hands. So Timothy no memo there, galamsey no there, but Mahama, I don't think he is willing to do it. Unless we give him pressure. Yes, Papa no.
That political will too.
Oh, I mean, they know.
But with the establishment of good board, galamsey bedding here.
That's what I'm saying is that. Yeah, no see a force some no more jumano. Yeah, people must demand leadership from John Mahama, the president, and his NDC. And that's how I say, you John Mosa, Minya, but do maybe no. No, watching. Me say, me call ye be a crew from. Hey, a quam pan to galamsey. A quam. John Mahama, and you know, omonim. They know. They know. So, we need to fight. Now, I say, we are NDC Nino. NDC Nino say, I did encourage you should be bold to say it. Me say me what me MPP me. I even asked the minister for land and natural resources question in parliament. He came to answer. Say, I'm mobile now. They go come on. Only we can say. I asked him that question. He came to answer.
A brand MPP. What?
Yes. Because it's about our existence. Me say now owo insua Ghana water for every lie edi ema insuo nom na stability level no 15,000 NTU or say below 5 NTU
yeah.
Then it tells you that look at it. It tells you say we have a long way to go. Most of the water any Dawson Dabuase intake. Now look at it. Is that what we want? Is that what we want? Now Omapenye is not active in this area. Inaction. Because
but so about the names for Yaba almost so Asra for your more shushes and a beya galamsey bebrasi. And
galamsey na abrasi. So I'm catching some about was it how many months? 3 months? Also I some about 3 months no John Mahama Oba you sue the military to get this thing done. Oba Otimiaye. The concrete steps are also taken. For me, I'm not surprised because 2012 to 2016 he was the same person there. Galamsey started edging him when Amapenyi Mahama was there between 2012 and 2016. That was the time Enoma Ejinsim. When Anakufa Doka said, Obet made the presidency, the man meant it. Mekaipa said, even small scale manners, about some months or so, said they shouldn't even, there's a total ban. Total ban. Tama Kufado are buying at the ban at all. Illegal mining, so we affected small scale miners in Yano. The NDC was behind fighting it, and some media houses. As in particular, I'm fighting. Yeah, Kono, no, now I'm fighting. Me said that was the reason why 2020 we lost most of the money. PC we lost it to them. And 2024, that's it because behind the scenes, the NDC. Is seen to supporting them. So I'm going home in sooner.
No, my baby says why now?
Yes. Tell me saying now. I mean, we knew it. So, but because it was a very delicate issue, people were also thoughtful about how to handle it. But Mr. Nakufado showed the will. So, but I can't boom. Me no. I him for a software. Me see a can't boom. The government was set up. I'm telling you. See, I can't boom with the force of the people. You and I, the media, some well-meaning Ghanaians, the clergy, chiefs. You can't boom say you fighting this canker. We will win. We will win because the government will have to kowtow and bow. I'm telling you, who the pressure no. Win. 7.3. Hey, Jampo. Now, baby, what you know? You are quiet. You did all this, and I'm sure he knew. He knew that some of these guys were behind it. Political power. He used UTAG to misbehave. Now, whatever.
Shipper's authority.
Why do you wanna? Let's say, no, come baby, say on the on train. No, I was just saying, I buy, or say, I buy, trying to say the NDC thanks NDC for any the oh, but not even a single policy has been implemented well. Not even one.
Okay.
Amamo, on your casao.
Jumano.
Train. What I say? Demonstrate it. You don't talk about governance. You show governance. You don't talk about it. You show it. Demonstrate it. Manipani and the Kufado, people can pinpoint things that Kufado did. People can pinpoint the things they Kufado did. The Mahama, then I put my pinpoint. And then, John Mahama, and then I'll buy a obey Mahama Keno, or Bibi Atono also. So, or buy and because Kufado say, what can have insurance up? You say, Jacob for First Near High School, I own a banner. What can this decentralization now? Rollins, na Mahama into a force swab. I mean, Mahama K. Unse Emfa. Emfa because na Mahama K 190 million. 190 million. NHIA. Now what who can do it? So I mean, let us think about Ghana because at the end of the day, no, you better be a siwako. Sika esi penye beja wako. One day, me kwa bao umabiem. Next car will pay no. Somebody will come in. Ska will you see, obina born must say ye kwekromu kwa mebana. Ska and all the hour. In transition. So a kita no.
Sabren neodia.
We should be a man be one. That's how money is. We are you go somewhere. So why do we worry ourselves too much? The greed, selfishness. Me your any kunya man. But say be ye say ye dream man ho. Ye door man. So they be see beto or man Ghana no. Any bibi ma Ghana entu mpon. O man Ghana aye year. And I do persuade a pair. When never got in about here away, who will go and do that? Even my mutu quenino, do na minya. At times, yao, union man no mote. Moony now a bit to crime. Unhomobium. Broke up now, busy few couple on to me, ma. A Yantabana, Bank of May Kuya. You live in your country. Ghana. It's a beautiful country. So all leaders must do something about it. Got to Canada way mu. Got to Finland. Got to Russia way mu. Because we say Omano and Koye. Mewana. But I know my Koye. I'm telling you. You get Ghanaians here. So political leaders and the citizenry. Yene bibi sonko. Now my Ghana. Let me too pound. The galamsey fight must be won.
Right. Mamira party nunca krebi na yen sorry Jumadi and so na numre. Party na started year elections, polling station elections. Ebe ko constituency. Ebe pima ba regional, na ko national. Type of leaders being na NPP here now to recapture power in 2020.
Okay, so interesting. 2028 they echo to them and say, what we need now. Or say, say to me, and position enye what do I say? It is not idea chin or say unya. Say you have we have flag bearer. The first say open doesn't mean say that the first open say doesn't mean say chin or say you there.
Okay.
So compared to me be and nana say wenya. E bia tam na wo nya na enyo dia. So be fun say also now about patience. The kwato aba no, on say koyi ba me ano, e bia nya. Omo nya no yesro mo say e bia na nya time, e bia na time yo china. Get this understanding. E bia na time, e bia na nya time. E bia unya botra. Because me call because MP or kwada so. The first time I couldn't make it. But miss some party no, I did my bed. Now me come say me nko biem. I decided me nko biem, me want to make kasa me nko biem. But because say Nyarko is shame no. I had to be, I became. So I can me say me ko independent, so I can me team ho. Say bi anka me sanka. So that's one. Number 2. Yancha say a fight against the NDC. Yet me winning about you divided. So unity is a key. You and I must come together. Yen close your ranks. Maybe Obika Sembi, was it Napo or Kofi Ghana? Napo. The queer program be of cares to you, Kumasi. No, I can say. Or no? Tama or any politics, no, not Kofi Ghana. Kofi Ghana, Kofi Juma. No, why MP, a square, why local government deputy, why mayor Kemi. But Napo say, or no, Nagopoyana, don't know, or be education minister, later be energy. So that's how life is. And you know, when you be a no idea open be ochina. Biswa unebi cry. That's how life supposed to be. So your dog party no, your dream party no, your dream man no. You tell us say your party in the party a to me a man Ghana etimi etumpon ekonanima. I think say a bit man encouraging to work harder for big victory in 2028. Now your core promise now it be obi support two way. You one we move. What does it say? Okay, with my zeal, be called one support. We should stop that kind of thing. Oneness, togetherness. So people leaders are to me are demonstrating some of these virtues, bringing us together for the fight ahead. It doesn't mean say everybody will accepted will they all can but you need the majority of them. So you do your best to convince them. Say if you're month here, you've done your part. But let's say part in the say. If you see Mbapa catch me, I say Obian nim Obin Pasaa. Yeah. Obian nim Obin Pasaa. Obiasu nim ochina. Inta de bia no obi opon sa no there no show there. You're not party no, you're not mine no. A man ya dear begu party nanimase. Say oko jina radio so now o can party with somebody. Minya the more you do that no, now o sell party no. So you know you to obey across all the levels. You penny power on the party no, the power on the mine, the power on the some party no, the power on the small mine. What I say across all the levels. Ni leadership power. I met my boy. And you say, "Bia, or see we only my dear, we one co school and watch now for a coin institution now. Even to be a man penny, the qualification is over 40 years, my now.
Yes.
Now what do you mean there? Now only criminal record be and can say, oh, by your man penny, I
book.
Oh, yeah, professor, I doctor, and Chessa, says mercy. On table for as the person do the job. And because me second time and this name is 2020. I'm professor, I'm doctor. On the campo, I don't think so our master's degree. But only be Jana. Second time me associate professor. Only me level, only be Jane. Sanko Winia, Sanko Parliament, me that's it. So yeah, now you're very careful. So now some of these social constructions no na a leader to make certain conclusion. So me say party no.
Okay.
Me say party say let us make the right choices. Now I believe me want to so pass say Yakopon ya dom. Ya juma den. Get me any power. So it's encore for be in the base and all that. That's all. Omuna botre bibia si yakoto aba na
yes
ena obi adan o Dr. Bami adan awini
no be so lusu
omunya botre because see me say bibia say ade san ya onti mo na me so bo yakopon osiesie yen. At times you lose something, you don't know why you lost it. If you're not God is testing you or trying you don't know.
Yeah.
When now but as a couple one I say, yay, my mistake.
Come train ya.
It's not even that catchy. People will come to you. I'm not going to I'm from you. Me lose my first promise 2015. Somebody came to me. Said me co-independent. I'm telling you.
A foot independent man.
I'm telling you. Let me call baby. Say no, I won't make. I said last day almost year filing. I'm of Force FM. The person called me. Osunia, are they Uncle Fale? I said I'm not interested. My film man call. The next time, and I'm your MP or so. So I can see any panel. And I come here do semenye because the form say me call independent na and come here kwada so
dabi
obanyansafo
yebunube
en kana sem
Mera say Honorable Professor Kingsley Nyarko or MP for Kwada